Column 1. A vessel divination, which a physician of the name of Penze gave to me. Formula 2. O God, such and such, the border of whose girdle rests in paramount, whose face is like a spark. Some parts are missing here. Of an obscene cat, whose toes are rearing. Ura'as, quickly, put light and spaciousness in my vessel. Open to me the earth, open to me the underworld, open to me the abyss. Great, a bronze. Al-Ka, ye entities that are in heaven and are exalted, come ye. Put light and spaciousness in my vessel, this boy, whose face is bent over this vessel, cause to succeed for this vessel. Divination is the vessel, divination of Isis, when she is sought. Come into me, O my compeller, for everything, and cause the eyes of this child to be opened to them all. For I am the Pharaoh, Lion Ram Lotus is my name. To thee here today, for I am Sittako. Setum is my name. Setum is my true name. Hrenaute, Laptatha, Laxantha, Sa is my name. Balcom, the dread, one of the heaven. Ablanathanalba, the griffin of the shrine of God. You say it, drawling with your voice. O beautiful Oxford, my compeller, axe thee about here today, and do thou cause the eyes of this boy to be opened, and do thou protect this boy whose face is bent down over the vessel of God, Lord of earth, the survivor of the earth, Lord of the earth. I am Horus Amen, that sitteth at this vessel divination here today. This vessel divination here today. Mekakari, thou, and that they tell me, my inquiry, say to them, O holy entities of the abyss, I am of earth by name, under the souls whose feet the entities of Egypt are placed. That, for I am Tepesheth Tehe, of the earth by name, preserve thee, O Pharaoh, Peshamai, that resteth at the mouth. These shoulders of real gold, truth is in my mouth, honey is in my lips, ma, thaw, for I am Stel, Ea-o, the opener. And so, there's gaps in the text, and we're noticing here that the magician is taking the place of, whatever is, or acting at least as a representative of whatever is considered being a deity. Another way to look at the category of approaching things as a submitter, but a sort of a arrogant way instead, right? But Hanpatash na permazezamt stenpat riet hatap na par harf bu tiek na amt nef sh ret na hat takar mia pa wien pa Weston hun ta hun aun ne pa town nia ta tiet aun nia pa nun aat humped ark ha nutru nut put nut thasa amen win pa waston hun pa hana pa humhul nata hearth pot pia hana naha me was za pia shun hana pa shun hana na ast pa askta nia aham pa qatar za hub nub natak ta one yartaf pia alum apple arb trav zonk pa pra mia sir mia serpat run yet ark pia bahu zonk pa sitak satam run yet satam hranwata apat tata laksantha sa bul subsan Lutera gasa nature ya ha u pachafat ta pat apple nathan alba pa surf ark zataf ark sak na har wak pamar nefer pa khater shantak arf tia na bahu natak tawan yartaf na pia alu nab natak naham pia alu nata harf pa ta apa nature hartiet pa sapan napat harjat ank pa har amen hams apia shanhana kia na bahu pia shanhana kia na bahu mar yagara ark ntiao za pa shan nia za nu sip san na natro nat wab napa nuun nat run ta na natro na kimia ha her apabu dar zank tapiesta ag nern ta wazak pa prao pashim ag nat hatap har nia hapash nab mat ta mat re apia tha zank pastel ya want. And there's no Egyptian characters really here unless they're in the notes, so I can't quite comment as one says, but Per Mazeh is the Coptic Pet Ovo Dja or Ox Ironicus, the capital of the upper nome of the 19th nome of Upper Egypt. When we see per and a blank, an e, perramen for peret, Pelusium. Oh, I'm going to have to learn Coptic just to do the notes. But the R sign is perhaps too upright and is more likely the signs of the per the special group. Okay, if the group represents the sa or the toes, and we're hearing the hut of a serpent, which moves back and forth, but in this case is an attacker. An enraged serpent breathing its vapor. Naha, nuwaf, and the Coptic word meaning to breathe here. We are seeing pa, win, pa, wisin. So for Greek, we have Genestho, Bathos, Platos, Makos, Augen, in an Anoiru, Aet, Hussies. And instead of opening the earth, perhaps it's opening the heaven, open the earth. Noig, Hatay, Aurane. And Tiet is transcribed as Tahi in the gloss. A lot of the Coptic words are very similar. Pa, nun, per. Oh, the hieroglyph could be nu, per. The latter occurs only twice in the papyrus, and the instances is clearly parallel to noon. And in lines 21:33 and 21:33, we have netek pia ka kum kiet ara pia na, and we have those characters with the entity with the nature in the masculine there. In line in 9:15, we have anak pa hat ar pier na pa nun. And Brugge, in his dictionary, art ha is like al ka, the necropolis, or al kai, in the Greek, the necropolis at Abydos, where the head of Yusur was preserved. Osiris. It is spelt with L, Alg, only once. The is kind of like the solar, the eternal element. Amen. E to suggest, let us come, or amunia, come ye unto me, with a ne accented to be reduced to an enclitic, amen, ne. Nahe, oil, and hene, vessel, are confused in the writing. A lot of magical texts are copied, so the jumbling of things that we see in the, in later text, it's, it started a long time ago that the magical texts passed around weren't exactly copied precisely always. This variant of Netektia Zanuck is how the Egyptian spell worker would connect himself with what he considered to be his god. Pra'o Mieser is supposed to be Ton in Greek. Ton man istro ton anax. Serpt is grouped together in order by the knife and hide are the zodiac signs of Leo and Aries. The flower seed or head is Karpot, and throughout the papyrus, the same name of a lotus bud, with the lion spelt out name of Ram Ser Iw occurs in Lepus, giving the reading Serped for lotus bud. Okay, I'm going to skip over some of the notes here. Ego, Imi, O, N, To. Paul Usin, O. Kath Ed, Ramenos. Ser, Futh. Muisro. And that's similar to other parts. In each case, Ser Futh is marked off from Mu Ispo, Mu Isro. There's a legend of a Gnostic sort. Ser Futh Mu Isro La Ilam Das Moi Parin Praxin Nikon. So the lotus, Karpot, and the Oudi, the lion, is combined, and so is the ram, crow. And there's deacon names, 36 deacons to the 12 zodiac signs. Renyant is a combination of Renne and Eremt. And we see Eremic, Yurt in the Egyptian. Siet Ta'ak is the element that Seat, written as a serpent, and the K is the bull, but means meaningless, and Pakastema Quit, and it's pretty much the same phrase. And we have I am Osiris whom Set destroyed. Pem Tacit Tak-O something. Cassandra alone with Clo appears in the demotic of both the texts. It reminds of the whole Cassandra thing. And a lot of New Age cult leaders nowadays want to be like, I am the prophet of everything. So it's much the same thing. And so we have the Seraph, Sefer, and the wing quadruped, the bird of prey, beak, and limbs of a lion, ears of something. It's sort of a chimera sort of figure. And so you're identifying with a being that is like almost like a death in its nearness to divinity. And a drawl is a sort of way of speaking, I guess, a drawn out. But it's not the same as whining or muttering. And Phathagos Anag Kostikos and pum mer is pronounced ple-ahe, like the Ptolemaic proper name of Pelaios, Paris, Pamur-ah, given Egyptian names. It's kind of like saying a good ox herder. It's applied to Anubis, but Anubis is like the jackal-headed. Because the jackal-head, the dogs being cattle rearers. Okay, that makes sense. Prat for Bahart, and also Kappa. Padjor, Pabot, Apai, the Demotic group Hurry, has seen Ptolemaic proper names commencing with Free or Sheikh, and Baharia, the Egyptian, and Hareto rather than Pet, unless the spelling is fanciful. Horus Alman is known as in the figures of glazed pottery. Sipsun is simply a mark of emphasis. After ma, shus, exceedingly, and here after the imperative, say to them. It can hardly mean say to them twice. Hara is opposite, and hirem, that relates to abye, or perhaps the truth is in my mouth as honey. And let's move on to column 2, Sharma.